So Target really said, I know exactly what they want. They really sat there and said, not an apology. No, not an apology. Of course not. What we need is a black hand. That's what they said they want.
Target, what was this about? What was this about? Y'all see, nobody's playing no games. But y'all really, really trying. For real. Because what was this about?
The funniest part about the black hand Target model is the fact that if you scroll back, they really did not have black hand, like, black people on their TikTok before. Like, they really pulled out sis and they were like, look, we're gonna make you a star. Like, this is your moment. You know, we've been keeping you locked up in the basement, but now's your time to shine, baby.
If you go back and look at their other ads that just uses hand models, they've never done this before. And it's not like they have that much content on their page. So I scrolled back to like early 2024. This is new.
So boom, Target thought they could quietly roll back their DEI program, drop their $2 billion reach initiative, and still ride the Buy Black wave without supporting black businesses?
What the hell? What the hellies? What the hellionce? What the hellion?
Like we wouldn't notice? Please. And guess what happened next? 10 straight weeks of falling foot traffic, a 12 billion sales loss, stock prices slipping like somebody on black ice, and all because Target forgot black spending power.
Like a damn fool. And I ain't ashamed to admit it.
Black America dropped 1.7 trillion into the economy alone last year. And that's equivalent to the GDP of Australia. When we move, entire markets move. And don't get it twisted, because we boycotted for 381 days, and we'll do it again. We are not new to organized power. You can't take our culture, creativity, and dollars and then ghost us when it's time to support black-owned brands. That's not partnership. That's corporate cosplay.
Said no shopping for you.
And I don't care how many black hands y'all show us on y'all social media, because I done seen black hands with bangles, black hands with bracelets, black hands with pastel nails. You won't get these black hands again.
Loser.
And let's rewind the tapes, because back in the day, Cadillac was this close to going out of business. And guess who brought them back? Black buyers. And Cadillac didn't just tolerate black consumers, they leaned in. They hired black salesmen. They marketed directly to us, and boom, they went from bankrupt to bougie overnight. And that's the power of authentic inclusion. That's the power of us.
So let me get this straight. Target rolled out DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, like they were doing something noble, like they genuinely cared. They made a big show about it, presenting themselves as a progressive company that wants to stand on the right side of history. They talked about being inclusive, creating space for marginalized communities, and making their stories more reflective of the people who shop there. And to be honest, at first, people appreciated the effort. It felt like, for once, a major corporation was taking a stand. But then what happened? The moment some people, mainly conservatives and right-wing voices, started attacking Target for its DEI stance, the company folded. The pressure got intense, but Target didn't stand firm. They didn't back up their words with action. They didn't say, this is what we believe in and we are not backing down. Instead, they did what so many other companies have done when the heat is on. They backtracked. They distanced themselves from the very initiatives they had promoted. They tried to quietly pull back, hoping nobody would notice. But we noticed. Black people noticed. They always do, because we've seen this pattern too many times before. And now, after losing millions, after losing the support of the same groups they tried to please, Target wants to come back to the black community, but not with humility, not with a sincere apology, not with a press conference or even a social media statement. No, they think they can fix everything by just using a black hand in an advertisement. Just a hand, no face, no voice, no apology. Just a silent symbol, hoping to win back black consumers. That's not how this works. That's not how black people work.
Meanwhile, Target fumbled, Walmart fumbled, Meta got rid of DEI programs, Amazon fumbled, and PepsiCo fumbled. But guess who got it right? Costco, Levi's, Ben & Jerry's, shout out to Ben & Jerry's, and Delta Airlines. Ben & Jerry's, Costco, Levi, and Delta kept their DEI initiatives, and guess what? Profits climbed. Loyalty builds generational wealth, period. So if you want the black dollar, you better show up for the black community with your brands, with your policies, with your budget, with your heart, or else we're saying bye-bye.
Bye, 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 bye.
Who should we boycott next?
And before y'all come up here trying to tell me something, but like, oh, they've always had representation. Look at this. This is the page. This is their TikTok page right now. Where? But notice the last 3 posts since we all said to target number 1, number 2, number 3. And tell me why in this last video they have this hand, because let me tell you, they're working since overtime. She got money coming from these videos. I know she got rent to pay, so I'm not hating on her, but listen, why is it chocolate chip cookie? Chocolate chip cookie. What is this? What does that say? Chocolate something? It's something chocolate. Brownie something hummus or something like that. Mini cinnamon. Little cinnamon rolls. Brownie bites. Because they really said brownies for our little brownies. And the mocha cold brew ice cream. Everything in this damn video has some kind of chocolate in it. With the chocolate hand. Really? Really, Target? They even said we ain't forget about the light skins. See, they really thought that this was a genius idea. Their marketing team sat around that round red table and said, this is perfect. This will have them coming back in droves and we'll have their dollars again. Not this time, Bookie. It ain't gonna work. But go ahead and give our good sis her check, okay? Because she's working overtime.
Because let me ask this, if black consumers hadn't spoken up, if there hadn't been backlash, would Target even have made this move? Would they even have thought to include a black hand in their advertising? Or is this just damage control? Is this just another way to clean up the mess without admitting you caused it? What makes it worse is that this isn't the first time black people have been used like this. Over and over, we see corporations parade blackness in their ads, their social media, their products, especially during Black History Month, just to look woke or inclusive. But behind the scenes, those companies don't hire black executives. They don't invest in the black communities. They don't listen to black feedback. They don't show up when it actually counts. Black people are tired of performative allyship. They're tired of being a checkbox in someone else's advertising report. They're tired of being used to clean up corporate messes without ever getting real justice or real support. And what's truly insulting is that Target thinks this visual cue is enough. That black people will see a black hand and just feel warm and fuzzy. That black people will forget everything that happened. That they will suddenly go rushing back into their stores with open wallets. But here's the thing. Black people have evolved. They are more aware than ever. They analyze everything now. They look beyond the surface. They question intentions. They read the room. And right now, Target's room is full of silence, avoidance, and manipulation. You don't get to use black people when it's convenient. You don't get to erase them when it's hard. You don't get to benefit from their support while ignoring their truth. This is about more than marketing. This is about accountability. If you made a mistake, say so. If you mishandled DEI, admit it. If you didn't stand up for black people when you should have, take responsibility. That's how you rebuild trust. But don't come back with a black hand in an ad and expect black people to see that as growth. That's not growth. That's cowardice dressed up as inclusion.
I was scrolling through my FYP and this video had popped up and I'm like, whose melanated hand is popping open this Olipop? And I kind of ignored it and didn't think anything of it until maybe like 6 more scrolls later, this pops up. It was another Target ad and another black hand. And then I just went directly to their page because I was like, are they trying to do something? Are they trying to like, psych up us? And I saw a bunch of ads. Most of their recent ad campaigns are just people shopping in Target. No faces, no voices, just very melanated hands doing Target stuff. Like this here, it's like an ASMR restocking video. And they know how much we love that cashmere one. They know how much we loved it. Stop playing with us, Target. But again, look, another melanated hand. And then another one here. And I'm like, I know I'm not crazy. Now, I'm not entirely sure who the girl is behind these ad campaigns. I don't know if it's a multitude of women who probably just work for Target because they couldn't find another creator to make content for them. or if it is a creator making content for them, but doing it under the condition of anonymity, which is even more crazy. And let's just hope that this is a Target employee who's forced to make these content videos. Let's hope it's not one of our favorites or somebody we may know or somebody we may be aspiring to look like or be like doing these ads for Target, because that's crazy. Like, who is this girl? And I really don't want them to have me start digging. Like, what happened to solidarity? Now, we know we're already doing good because I personally have stopped shopping there. Y'all know how much I spend at Target. So, and I know how much y'all be spending at Target. I be seeing y'all in there too, or at least I used to. But I don't know if this ad campaign is supposed to bring us back in, rein us in, but it's not going to work because it caught my eye. And I know it caught a lot of your eyes too.
Black consumers have power. They move culture. They shape trends. They support the businesses that support them. But they're done giving free passes. They're done accepting half-hearted gestures. They want real change. They want action. They want companies to be as loud in their support as they are in their profits. This goes beyond Target. This is about every corporation watching. Don't just show blackness. Respect blackness. Invest in blackness. Defend blackness. And if you fail, apologize with your chest. Because let me remind you, we've been here before. Remember when Nike stood by Colin Kaepernick? They got backlash too. They lost customers, but they stood firm. And guess what? Black people remembered that. Black people rewarded that. Black people don't expect perfection, but they expect integrity. Right now, Target is showing neither. You want black people to forget the betrayal, forget the silence, forget the abandonment, because now it's costing you money. Now that you're losing millions, now you remember black people. That's not community, that's desperation. And black people will not be guilted into saving you from a crisis you created. Target, you had a chance to be a leader. You had a chance to show the world what real inclusion looks like. You had a chance to prove that DEI isn't just a buzzword. It's a clue. It's a value. But you missed the chance. And now you want to cut corners to fix it. No, black people don't do silence anymore. They don't do symbolic gestures without substances. They don't do apologies without words. They demand truth. They demand action. They demand justice. Anyway, guys, let me know what your thoughts are on this. Drop a comment and also remember to subscribe, like, and share as well. And until next time, bye-bye.